Hey legends, what's happening? Right, we're going to get into something else now with this whole advice giving session that I'm doing here for a few of the guys that were interested in getting into this thing. And I've been thinking about different avenues we went down back in the day and some of the mistakes we made. And really, one of the biggest ones for me at the beginning was trying to get everything overnight. We all fall for that, no matter what we're doing. We do it in YouTube, we do it in the podcast and whatnot. We look for shortcuts to try and get there quicker, and it's it's a long game. It is a long game, and if you try to take these shortcuts, chances are it will come back to bite you at some point. Recently, if you're using Instagram in particular, I've seen a lot of this on Instagram over the last couple of years. For me, I would create a video and make the thumbnail for it and whatnot, throw it up onto YouTube, and I'll, throw it up onto the thumbnail up onto my Instagram account, and I'll maybe put a couple of tags on it, like even with this here, like YouTube video. I will, after this is done, strip the audio out of it and I'll upload it to the podcast version that's here as an audio file. So when it comes to the Instagram thing, I will upload the thumbnail, or usually right now I'm trying to, like, the audio podcasts are so much easier. It's really so much easier right now to get a listen than a view, in my experience. Not that my numbers are huge on the podcast, but they, as small as they are actually dwarfing anything I'm getting on YouTube right now. So there's a good tip for you. If you have a SoundCloud account or something like that there, consider stripping the audio out of a video that gets here. It would work as an audio file. Throw it up onto a podcast, see what happens. That's another avenue for your stuff to get out there. But as I say, I'll put up that screenshot, or I'll take a screenshot from the. Sorry, I'll take the thumbnail, or I'll take a screenshot of the actual the way you get it on your mobile app for YouTube. I'll take a screenshot of the thumbnail with the video title below it, and I'll upload that. And I'll put a couple of tags on there, like YouTube, YouTuber, podcast, podcaster, or something like that. Those sorts of tags I got there. And a lot of times, doesn't happen so much these days. I think chances are Instagram's probably trying to work a way of doing away with this sort of thing. But you have these people that are working for, I can't recall the name of the place that they're working for, but it's a legit enough company for people putting their services out there, the editors and whatnot. But you get these promoters have these, they literally have to have like a message bot active looking for tags, and you'll get it within minutes of posting something on Instagram, where it's like, podcast or podcasters on there. You'll get this message below, promoted on such and such, and they'll have you linked into another page. But then you'll get a message request on Instagram. Hello friend, I am a pro promoter and whatnot, and I can promote your podcasts, or I can get you promotion for your YouTube videos. And I never take it. Like, I'm not going to fall for this. I've seen so many people falling for it, signing up for this sort of thing. But literally, don't, first thing you do, like, look through the message, fair enough, but chances are they're selling views, they're selling listens. They're just going to try and sub-bot your channel, which is going to work against you in the long run. Just imagine you take the time to well, you don't take the time. You decide not to take the time and you go with these guys and you sub-bot the crap out of your channel. You want to get yourself back onto the partner program, which is, I would highly recommend it. But in saying that, don't make it your full motivation just to get onto the partner program again, but run your channel as if you are trying to get onto the partner program again, because as small as that money can be, the last YouTube channel that I had that was on the partner program, it, for the last few months, was covering the costs of my car insurance and tax for the year. So it's not major money. It's going to change your life unless you're making phenomenal views and watch time, but every little counts. And as I say, that's 2 big bills in the year that are covered by your videos sitting online. So definitely do look at it as if you're trying to get onto the partner program, and you know, don't make money the main thing here. But the thing is, what I'm trying to say here is, don't try and take the shortcut right there, because it doesn't work. Can you imagine if you do eventually get to the partner program stage again, you've got your watch time up, and you've hit that 1,000 subscribers threshold, and you're like, yes, let's go for it, and you apply for the program, and these guys actually start looking into it, and they discover that maybe 700 or 800 of your subscribers are all botted in there, and of course you're not getting on the partner program at that stage, and chances are you'll probably get your channel deleted. So it's nonsense. Like, these guys that send these things through, it's a sheer scam. It's a sheer scam, and I haven't just seen it online. I actually have a real life experience here I'm going to share with you in a second, that a guy that I once considered a friend actually tried doing to me, and I was clued in beforehand. But before we get to that, chances are you get these messages not just on Instagram, you can get them other places as well, but they're hoping you'll get on there, see the view, or see what they're offering, and sign up for you to do the sort of thing. But I'm telling you, first thing you do, if you do get those messages, is look at the actual account they're coming from. The chances are this account has got 0 followers, it's following no one, it's posting nothing on its newsfeed, because if they do post it in their newsfeed, that's spamming out that they're trying to sell views and whatnot, which is against terms of service just everywhere. But in real life, there was a guy, and now that I'm going to share this story, it's actually brought another one to mind. And no, hold on, it might actually be the same story. I'm trying to recall, because I think the same kid did something completely weird on 2 separate occasions. Or am I just thinking it's 2 separate occasions? But anyway, essentially this guy had got in contact with me. He's a friend. I'll just share this part here where he was trying to sell subs to me. He calls me for a meeting. He says, come meet me. Actually, the 2 stories as the same person on the same occasion, so I'll just share the whole thing right here, which is another way of discovering, getting good at noticing people that are going to waste your time. That's another video for another time too, and we'll all bounce off this story again. But essentially, in the meeting I had with this guy, I'll not share the opening part of that there, because it's more for the other video idea. But essentially I sat down with this kid, and I say kid because he was at this stage, I would think, probably 21, 22 years old, and the majority of these guys are going to send these messages to you, particularly through Instagram. They're going to be in their early 20s, if not younger than that, and they've got access to a site that essentially sub-bot your channel. What this guy was essentially offering me was 700 to 800, maybe 900 views or subscribers. I can sort you out with this here, and that's only going to cost you £100. So this guy, considered him a friend, was essentially, and I was in the know before I got there from another source, that this kid was actually trying this on different people. You know, there was a lot of us at that point that were running about, messing about with YouTube at the time, and it was all about the figures at that point for everything. Like, it still is for a lot of people. But essentially what this guy was offering, and I had got wind of the site that he was possibly using at that stage. So he was going to do me for £70 into his own pocket, and then he would have taken the other £30 and bought a whole load of subs and subbed them into my channel. And all I had to do was, you know, give me the £100, give me access to your account, your email, your password, and all that sort of stuff. And I'm like, are you insane? Do you think I'm actually going to give you access to my account? And he's like, it's okay, you can change the password after I'm finished. And I'm just like, I'm not doing it. I'm literally not doing it. This was a pitch that he actually gave me at the time, and he was like, you know, if you let me do this a couple of times a month, I will, by the end of the year, get you up there to the point where you can go looking for sponsorships and all this sort of stuff that he was going over. And I'm just like, are you honestly serious right now? You're talking about sub-botting a channel to the point where you can go and get a sponsor. You know, you could get someone like, you know, Netflix wasn't what it was, or wasn't what it is now. Back then you were getting a lot of Netflix in its infancy, you know, sponsoring videos and whatnot. Like, one of the earliest channels I was following were sponsored by Netflix a lot. So that was the sort of stuff he was throwing out there. You can get all these here sponsors and whatnot. I can get your numbers up there, and by the end of the year you could get sponsorships in, and you'll be making money in no time. And I'm like, well, that's all fine and well for the first deal, but what happens when you get me to that point? You know, if I don't get hammered by YouTube for sub-botting the channel, what happens? Let's just go with your line of thinking. What will happen if you got me to that point? If we went down that route, sub-botting the crap out of a channel, and actually go there and successfully get your hands on someone to sponsor the channel, and then, because all your subscribers aren't real, they're sub-botted numbers and whatnot, I was like, how the hell are you going to get yourself a reputation from, you know, being good with a sponsor if you land a deal with someone and then no one buys off that sponsor because all your subscribers are sub-botted? I was like, literally the only outcome that this could be is you very, very flippin' swiftly get hammered by YouTube, get blacklisted from any lists of maybe ever getting a deal again. So that's insane. Like, people will take full advantage of you, give you all these crazy offers and deals, and we'll do this, that, and the other for you, you know, promise you the sun, moon, and the stars and whatnot. But literally right now, the only thing that is going to get you anywhere these days is putting in the actual hard work and doing the thing over a long period. You know, it's crazy. You know, we never, to my knowledge, ever sub-botted anything, but we did have a tendency at one time to used to be able to open those, you know, the way you've got the business pages in Facebook now. You used to be able to open a normal friends page, and you could name it like a business title or something like that. There we would name a channel, you know, a Facebook page and a channel name, like Coins Age Media, let's just say, or Here's Rodder's Vlogs indeed, and that would be a normal friends Facebook, and we would just sit there for ages, and we would just go through names and just add and add and add and add people, but that was a complete waste of time. Sit there and add about 2,000 or 3,000 people, and then Facebook would hammer you, you know, ban you from adding people for 48 hours or something. Then a couple of days later you would start the process all over again. They're building all these huge numbers of people following you and nobody knew who the hell you were. And it was all just crazy, crazy times and just trying to cheat the system, which never works in the long run. But anyway, don't do it. Put in the work, and if you make it, you make it. If you don't make it, you don't make it. As long as you're having a bit of fun in the process of trying to get yourself there, that's the main thing. And yes, no one likes a cheat at the end of the day. Don't do it. That's going to do it for this video, guys. I really did miss the time of day to record this thing. It's getting very, very dark right here. So I am off, and I will talk to you in the next one.